Meet Bob. Bob is my robot vacuum cleaner. Bob wakes up at 9:30 every morning and vacuums my office cum games room. Yeah, I know you might think, why on earth am I doing a little video about a robot vacuum cleaner when everything else on my channel is petrol head stuff? But remember, I have ADHD, which allows me to go off on tangents whenever I feel like it. But also, I'm really chuffed with Bob. I know it seems a bit sad. Why has Bob got googly eyes and pink ears? Well, at 9:30 it wakes up. I'm at home working on my own most of the time, so I get to say good morning to Bob, and Bob wanders around the room cleaning. Now, I'm not going to pretend to be some kind of expert on these things, on vacuum cleaners or even cleaning, to be honest with you. But for a little bit of time I was wondering, do I get one of these things? They seem quite expensive. But I had another look at the Witch Guide, and this one came out reasonably well, although none of them come out that well, to be honest. I had a look on eBay, and instead of 200 quid, there was somebody selling refurbed ones for 85 quid. So I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. Now, my room that I this is where I work in as well. Because I'm doing electronics, so you can see how tight everything is. It does get quite good, bits and bobs get dropped on the floor, and Bob is really pretty good at picking them up. I'm not going to try and do some detailed review here because I don't know about these things, and if you want that, go on the Witch Guide or whatever. But I would say it's much better than I thought it was going to be. It does a pretty reasonable job, and it just gets on and does it. Does it do everything? No, it doesn't. It doesn't do the dusting and all that sort of stuff. But I've got a theory that because it's running every day and picking up the dust that's on the floor, that means when we move around, there's less dust getting thrown back up off the floor around. Because we do seem to be getting less dust, on surfaces and around and about. So there we go. Anyway, so Bob, he goes around, he's got a little sensor, you see him bumping into stuff. And he goes, just basically trolls around cleaning. Oh yeah, he's got this little flappy thing on his side here, look, that kind of flicks dust over, and underneath is a brush and a vacuum. So why has Bob got googly eyes and ears? It's very simple. So I'm a bit sad really, and I've got a very juvenile sense of humour. Was there any downsides to a Bob? Well, like everything, there are some. It does have a tendency to push doors closed. Not so much this one, but the bathroom door, it tends to push it closed when it nudges it, and then it gets stuck behind the door and says it can't find its way out. So, we're not talking about high levels of AI intelligence going on here. And it doesn't pick up every single last bit of dirt and dust, so if you're a fussier person than me, then it ain't going to do everything. It's finished. He takes himself home. It's like a homing pigeon. Goes back on his little base, gets charged, and has a little nap. Now you might notice, right, his ears are back. It's because he's just been underneath somewhere. His ears are getting a bit grubby, actually. But he does actually go underneath stuff. But obviously, my particular Bob doesn't know he has ears. So he goes underneath things and sometimes bends his ears down and gets a bit grubby. Oh well, so there's a Bob. Thoroughly recommended by me. So the cleaning thing, let's see if I can do this with one hand. Yeah, see, that just comes off from this little box up. And there is all your dirt. So chuck that in the bin. Just to try and reassure you, I don't have a filthy house. That wasn't just from this one day. And if we have a look there, you can see where these are all bits of plastic and bits of wire that normally on the floor. So, you know, it's pretty good at picking stuff up.